to tell you something important that I am personally passionate about. Frankly, I feel as if a lot of you deserve to, some honesty for a change. Because frankly, a lot of what you see on YouTube is not real. It's just made up stuff. A lot of those people that you watch on YouTube, they're lying to you. I'm specifically talking about like fitness influencers in particular. A lot of the ones that you think are probably taking steroids, they're probably taking steroids. And you're allowed to do that. Like, there's nothing wrong if you choose to make that choice. But frankly, just like I just feel as if like, there's this expectation that like you need to look a certain type of way. That's my food. I've been very into working out for a little while now. I'm not huge. I can't tell you, like, I'm not like an influencer in that sense. Like, this is what I look like. It's not anything too impressive. But like, the standard for what you're comparing yourself to is really, like outside of the realm of possibility for most people. And I'm just here to tell you what's up. Just looking at like a few studies, we're gonna talk about the negative health risks of anabolic steroids and other synthetic derivatives of testosterone, TRT, HRT. There's a whole bunch of different names for it. There's a lot of people making a lot of big money telling you how to work out. But the thing is, like, you're just kind of like listening to it. Like, you might as well just be like listening to like someone like I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not gonna look like that. No matter how hard you train, no matter how much you eat, you're just not going to look like that. And there's a lot of like health risks, especially as far as like long term. I don't know how long you're trying to live for, but there's a lot of like cardiovascular risks. Anabolic steroids have been linked to severe cardiovascular issues, hypertension, unhealthy cholesterol levels, the increased risk for blood clots, heart attacks, strokes, chronic users, very susceptible to cardiomyopathy, which is a condition where the heart and muscle becomes enlarged. So it's larger, but it's weaker. And that's going to lead to potential heart failure. We don't want that for you. Hormone imbalances. We've all heard of roid rage. It exists. Not to the degree that you probably have seen in like movies and stuff, or that you might imagine, but it's gonna throw your hormones off. You're not gonna be quite as level-headed as you might normally be. So this is gonna like result in testicular atrophy. So your balls are gonna be smaller. You might grow boobs. This is known as gynecomastia. I'm sure you're familiar with this term. Reduced sperm production, infertility. The effects can also, this can also affect women, where they get like deeper voices. They can grow body hair. I have plenty of that. I don't take steroids. I showed you guys what I look like. I'm very much natural. And it can offset your period. That's no good. So it hurts both genders. So like, as far as like, hormone imbalances go. let's talk about liver damage. If you take, there's like, you can inject this stuff, but you can also take like a pill, and that's gonna like cause like increased like liver damage because there's a lot of like toxins, and it's like let's see, rare but serious conditions where blood-filled cysts form in your liver, which is associated with long-term steroid use. It can be life-threatening and often presents without obvious symptoms until it becomes severe. So until it gets to the point where it's like gonna kill you, you're not gonna know that you have it. Psychiatric effects, roid rage, again. And you can you can create like a psychological dependence, so you can become addicted to steroids. Like, because like it'll probably change your self-image. Like, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm huge now. And then as soon as you stop taking them, you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm shrinking. Like, you ever seen like Larry Wheels? Larry Wheels is not natural. That guy like cannot produce testosterone naturally. If he wasn't injecting it into his ass every day, he wouldn't be able to like stay that way. Joe Linder, that guy recently died. He was like, I don't know, in his mid-30s. Dead now. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I know all of you love Arnold. Everybody loves Arnold, but that guy did steroids too. Surprise, surprise. Ronnie Coleman, that's a fucking no-brainer. Just like look at any like major bodybuilder ever, they're taking that shit. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. The side of my head that the sun is like on, like look like bald as fuck. It's like, but yeah, it can cause like depression and anxiety, and even psychosis apparently, which is, that's something. So I mean, like, sure, if you can take steroids and you're gonna look jacked, it might be super awesome. I know some people that take it and they look great. It looks really cool, but frankly, like, I am making this video to tell you guys that there are consequences to doing this, and if you choose to go down that route, like, you need to know. You need to know ahead of time. You can ask your doctor, and they will give you this stuff. They can prescribe it to you. But before you go and ask for the injections, just know it can cause some problems. But we're not gonna totally demonize everything about, you know, trying to look a certain type of way. Obviously there are like benefits to working out, and I'm very passionate about exercise because I think it's good for you. You should exercise regularly because it's good for your overall health, and we're going to talk about that too. So like, as far as like cardiovascular health goes, regular physical activity is going to lower your blood pressure. So you can just like the bare minimum is that you go for a, like, what is it, like a 30-minute walk, like 3 days out of the week. That's the bare minimum. Get some sunlight. It's gonna like enhance the efficiency of your heart and your circulatory system. And as far as like hormonal balance goes, exercise is gonna regulate your body's hormone. It can boost your testosterone and improve estrogen balance in women, which is gonna improve reproductive health. So this is gonna be good for your swimmers if you're into that. It's gonna be good for your overall health. Your liver health, unlike steroids, regular physical activity supports your liver health. I know a lot of you like to drink alcohol, so it might be worthwhile to like hit the gym once in a while. Exercise is gonna aid in maintaining a healthy weight, which is crucial for liver function and overall health. Now let's talk about the mental health benefits. exercise has been well established for improving your mental health. It gives you something to do. Honestly, like for me, it's just like I get bored and it fills up that extra time in my day. Today, I didn't really go to the gym because I'm tired as fuck. I was there for 4 hours yesterday. But that's unimportant. We're talking about you guys and maybe getting you started on doing something. But guess what? Just like don't listen to everything you see on the internet. So it's going to support maintaining a healthy weight and managing and reducing the risks of obesity related conditions such as diabetes and hypertension. It's just going to contribute to overall like healthier, more active lifestyle, which is going to be good for you. And then like I said, a lot of what you see on like social media, all these like fitness influencers, if they're like not that much bigger than a normal person, they're probably natural. Most of what you're gonna see when you go into the gym, like most of those people, they're not taking steroids. But like I go into my gym and a lot of those dudes, it's very obvious that they're taking something. They're probably taking something. Like I've had some of them, like I've seen people just like pass stuff around. You might see that. That might be common where you are. But there's just like a misleading understanding of what's the human body is capable of doing. But the thing is, like, you probably can develop a really nice body and physique or whatever, but it's gonna take a really long time. So if you meet somebody that's like really young and they just like put on a lot of mass very quickly, or they're like huge and they're also very ripped at the same time, that's just like, that is not very like, that's not an easy thing to do. That's like, I just got a text from my workout buddy. He's ready to go again. That's it. So like high profile athletes and celebrities who use steroids may project, and like this is from the studies that I've been pulling up, it's like may project an image of enhanced performance and aesthetic appeal, but they're totally just like zooming over the fact that like there's a lot of risk associated with it. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Thor movies, but that guy is definitely juicing. That's not like, I don't think that's real. Like I don't know if you've seen him like when he's like not like working out for the movie roles, he's a lot smaller. Like he just shrinks really quickly. There's just like a huge disparity between the portrayed benefits and the hidden dangers, and we're just urging a more informed and cautious approach to performance. And like a lot of people do be enhancing, or you just have to eat like really clean for a really long time. It's just like a lot of food. But the only problem with that is when you eat a lot of food like that, to be able to put on that kind of crazy monster mass, you have to poop frequently. And it's also exhausting. It's really hard. It's a lot of dedication. And the thing is, like, you gotta be like crazy disciplined. It's super time consuming. And frankly, it gets expensive. So I'm just trying to get real with you. While anabolic steroids will offer you short-term to long-term gains, you will put on muscle. It will happen. In fact, you'll probably, like I saw a Jeff Nippard video, and he mentioned that in a study that he read, that you could be a person that exercises regularly and a person that doesn't exercise at all but takes anabolic steroids, like a regular dose of anabolic steroids, and that person taking steroids, not exercising, will build more muscle than the person who is exercising regularly. Now just imagine if you were exercising regularly and you took steroids. You would just grow very fast, very quickly. unnaturally so. The cardiovascular issues, the hormone imbalances, the liver damage, and I don't know, psychiatric effects. I don't know if that's like something that's going to deter a lot of people, but like, don't overlook it. Regular exercise is very important, and the media's portrayal of steroids use just absolutely fails to tell you that like it exists. And a lot, I think there are more and more influencers nowadays who are being honest about their steroid use. I don't think they make it totally clear and evident, but someone like, you're just gonna be like looking through like a whole bunch of their videos, you're like, oh, this, I really like this person, and then you look through like 3 or 4, like 10 videos, and then you're like, oh, they're not even natural. And it's like, oh wow, like I got like why even bother to try that hard? I can just like fucking shoot up. Like, you need to be informed. You need to know. And I just felt it was very important to be honest with you about like what your expectations should be about what you're gonna get when you go like start this like fitness journey of yours, or you're like looking into like getting in shape. Prioritizing building a natural physique is something that you should do at least when you start. And if steroids, despite what I've just been talking about, all these negatives, if you despite all that, if you choose to do it, because you can do it in a relatively safe way by getting regular blood work and speaking to a doctor regularly, which is not something that most of us have access to, you can do that. Like Joe Rogan is somebody that, like many of you who watch YouTube videos, you know this guy. He takes TRT or HRT or whatever it is, but he has the resources to see a doctor, and frankly, like he was natural for the majority of his life, and then he just started doing it to maintain muscle as he gets older, because as you get older, you're going to lose a lot of it very quickly. So I understand why he might want to keep it, but the thing is, it's not perfect. There are risks. So enhancement through exercise naturally is going to be like more essential for like just long-term health and like well-being, because there are a lot of like physical, mental, and like benefits to exercising. And frankly, I would encourage most everyone to try, like, you don't need to be a bodybuilder, but like exercise at least like a few days a week, just because it's good for you. And if you're gonna try taking steroids, be mindful of what you're getting yourself into, and know that there are lots of risks. Like, you can create a lot of problems for yourself by like if you really think about it, it's like, how like insecure do you have to be just be like, I need to be that? And frankly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been there. There are days where I'm just like, why do I work out so hard? Why was I at the gym for 4 hours yesterday, burning myself out? Because I'm not ever gonna look like those guys that are like on the Olympia like stage. Like, I'm not gonna be Chris Bumstead. But maybe that's okay. I'm happy with what I have. And frankly, it's a work in progress. And I'm gonna keep at it for as long as I can. But it takes a lot out of you. It makes you like you're supposed to be like, oh, my heart is healthier, but like dang, I'm tired a lot. Like, I take naps very frequently. And it's nice. I have the privilege to do that. But frankly, like if you work out a lot, you just have to be on your feet and active a lot. Because if you the more you rest, the more tired you will be. So you just need to be moving. Anyway, I should probably wrap this up. I'm already at like 20 minutes. It's probably like a longer video than anyone's ever gonna watch. But like, that's all I got for you. I hope you feel more informed and educated about stuff than you did before watching this video. I'm probably gonna need to edit this to make it shorter because all of you have ADHD.